guys, welcome back to the Silent Beauty Doctor on YouTube, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the Inkey List. Now, I got a couple of products from the brand to try out because, you know, a lot of people are like, what do you think of the Inkey List? Now, this is a brand that is often compared to The Ordinary because they have some straight to the point products that have a very attractive, budget-friendly price point, but I wanted to try it out for myself. So I got a couple of things that were similar to products that I already tried in my skincare routine. So I'm gonna give you an overview of a couple of products, so keep watching. So I actually bought 4 products from the Inkey List: the Oat Cleansing Balm, the apple cider vinegar peel, the retinol, and the oil and water double cleanser. But I'm only going to be talking about 3 today. I have not had a chance yet to try the apple cider vinegar peel. For whatever reason, I just wanted to let you know that I had it. I will be trying it soon. You know, I just didn't have anywhere to fit it in my routine as of now because there's some other active things that I'm trying, and I wasn't trying to do the most. You know, I say here, don't do the most, so, you know, I wanted to follow my own advice. But make sure you subscribe to this blog and you hit that notification bell so you know when new uploads come up, including the one for the Inkey List apple cider vinegar peel. But let's get into, first up, the Oat Cleansing Balm. So I bought this because one of my skincare friends was like, I think you're gonna like that, Danielle. Like, you know, go ahead and get it. So I just went ahead, didn't even read the description. I just said add to cart, added it to my order. So I am no stranger to cleansing balms or oil cleansing or cleansing oils. I've actually tried a bunch before in the past. So if you want to see which ones that I've tried, make sure you check out the description box because I will link you to a post where I tried a bunch of cleansing oils and a bunch of cleansing balms, as well as like which ones were my favorites and which ones I was just kind of like, I don't like that. So this you can use AM and PM. It helps to remove makeup and cleanse sensitive skin. You gently massage a small amount onto dampened face and neck. Rinse thoroughly with water, follow with preferred serums and moisturizer. Store in a cool, dry place out of sunlight. So when I followed those directions as were listed on, you know, the product packaging, which, you know, when you're using a product, it's often great to follow the directions. But for me, there are very few cleansing oils or balms that really work for me when my skin's already wet, because what happens is, you know, like oil and water don't mix, so it becomes, you know, a little harder to work with. So I didn't love this using it as it told, you know, as it told us to on the back here. Didn't really love it as a regular cleanser. It just felt like, you know, your skin is not supposed to feel stripped after you cleanse, but it also didn't feel like I got, you know, like, it also felt like, am I clean? Is my skin really clean? So this might be great for like maybe a drier, sensitive skin where you know, other cleansers feel a little bit too stripping and drying on the skin. Something like this might be great, but what I did like this for was the first step in my double cleanse routine, massaging this with dry hands. So getting the product on my hand, my dry hands or my dry face, massage it into the hands and then massage it into the face to massage the makeup off. I really liked it as a makeup remover, but if you're using it as a makeup remover, again, like I said, dry hands, dry face, it'll work really well to loosen up even waterproof makeup. So as a makeup remover and your first step in your double cleansing routine, yes. As a regular cleanser for me, nah. And if you want to know more about double cleansing, make sure you check out the description box because I have a video that demonstrates that and properly cleansing your skin, so make sure you check that out. Now, speaking of double cleansing, I also picked up the oil and water double cleanser. Now, you want to mix this up because it does separate, and that's because of, you know, again, oil and water. The directions on this, it tells you to shake well to activate, like I just did. Apply to a cotton pad or cloth on dry skin, swipe gently across the face, ensuring all makeup is removed. Rinse thoroughly with water after use. I might wear a bit too much makeup for something like this to be effective for me, because it got makeup off, but I felt like I would be doing the most in my second cleanse to get the rest of it off. That I felt like it was just like, it's just like, you ain't being a team player. Like, that's not what team playing is all about. So I did not love this. If I were to choose between the two, I would definitely go for the Oat Cleansing Balm as a more effective makeup remover for if you're someone like me, you know, you wear this much makeup or more. If you're someone where you're only wearing like a mineral sunscreen, or you're doing like a tinted moisturizer, you know, very, very light with the makeup, you know, perhaps something like this would be better suited for you. But for me, it was just like, next up, the Inkey List Retinol. So I had already been using a retinol in my nighttime routine. I use a retinol in my nighttime routine because at night is when the skin goes through its, you know, it's like process of renewal and just trying to make a new skin, and it's like, child, turn off those lights, put on my sleeping mask. The skin is trying to sleep and repair, and retinol helps to aid in that process. So I like to use my retinol at night, and then during the day I use a vitamin C serum, because vitamin C helps to prevent environmental damage and helps with free radicals. You know, and that combined with my sunscreen, it's helping me to protect my neck, my face, my melanin, you know, all of that. Because my skincare routine at this very moment is about protection and prevention. Vitamin C and retinol also have, you know, other benefits such as smoothing the skin, evening the skin's tone. Some of them can help with acne. So there are many reasons why you would want to use both, but we talk about the Inkey List Retinol here. So let's go through a couple of things. So for one, the packaging, you know, it's like this cute little, you know, look at that retinol. I did find that the opening of the bottle, and this is just something that I'm like making you aware of, not something that I'm nitpicking because this was only $9.99. But at the same token, if you know, it's still $9.99 worth of hard-earned money. When you open this and you're trying to get the product out, be very careful, because I feel like a little bit too much product dispenses. So be very careful, because even when you just kind of, you don't even have to squeeze it for product to come out. Some of it can just kind of leak out on its own, so be very careful with that. Because more comes out than what you'll probably need, I feel like. And then you don't want to be like, give me my product and try to put it back in, because, you know, once it's out and it's exposed to the elements and stuff like that, it's like, you know, you don't want it. Then another thing to note, so it's $9.99 as I mentioned before, but another thing to note is the type of retinol that's in it. So the retinol that's in here is 1% Retistar stabilized retinol and a 0.5% Granactive retinoid. So I owe you guys a video on retinoid, retinol, that, you know, that whole family. It's you know, it's kind of like the Wu-Tang Clan, you know, but not. But that's coming, so make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss that or any other really cool uploads here on this channel. Now, this is not going to be a product that's for everyone. You know, the prescription retinoids are very powerful, and depending on what your skincare issue is, you might want to go that route. Because, you know, you could use something over the counter, but it might kind of, you know, you might be on a ride for a while. So, you know, you can figure out what's best for you between yourself and your dermatologist. But this, again, $9.99. It contains 1% Retistar stabilized retinol and 0.5% Granactive retinoid. So basically, these are less potent forms of retinol. They're not 1%, don't confuse with 1% retinol, but that doesn't mean that it's not effective. It just works in a slower, less irritating way, which is great for anyone who is just starting to use a retinol in the first place, someone whose skin is more sensitive and, you know, is very reactive to other retinols. This might be someone who this is good for. I don't mind. I like a gentle retinol in my like everyday prevention routine. If I had an issue like back in the day when I had so there's been 2 times that I can remember where I had like really bad acne. The first time I actually wound up going to the dermatologist because it was really bad. This was back in like the early 2000s, so I don't have any pictures or anything like that to show you, just my story, just my truth. But I went to the dermatologist and I don't remember what they prescribed, but I'm gonna assume it was Retinol. And while that really worked well and quickly to get rid of the acne and the dark spots, the trials and tribulations I had to go through to get there. So for one, I was experiencing what they call the purge, where it seems like, you know, before things get better, they get worse. Another thing that I was experiencing is like the dryness and the irritation that you typically feel with some prescription retinoids. And to me at that time, well, I was like 20, either 19 or 20. I was like, look, it's worth it because I want this stuff gone. And it went away very quickly. The second time I had acne, I took care of it on my own at home. I have a blog post on how I did that, so you can check that out, how I took care of the acne and the resulting dark spots at home. If you're looking for like immediate results, nah, it's not gonna happen. Sometimes with retinols, it can take up to 6 months before you start to see results, and you know, it depends on the person. If you've never used anything really on your skin, like you've not really taken care of your skin, and you've got like, you know, lots of texture issues, lots of discoloration, you might notice some improvement in your skin after a week. Because I had a friend who very rarely wore moisturizer, if ever. And I was like, what are you doing? Wear moisturizer. And then she wore moisturizer for a week and was like praising me as if I was like a dermatologist. And I was like, girl, it's moisturizer. Like, but anyway, should you try something like this? If you're new to retinol and you want to try something that's not going to be very irritating and you're patient, you're going to continue to use it, and you're also looking for something that is, you know, budget friendly, I definitely think this is something you want to look into, but it's not the end all be all of retinols out there, so just keep it into consideration. All right, so overall with the Inkey List, I did, you know, there were some great products in here, but I have to say, now, I am definitely one for, if I don't have to spend a bunch of money on a product, I'm not gonna spend a bunch of money on a product. But, and although these are only the 4 products from the Inkey List I've tried, they've got lots of other products, but they weren't relevant to my skincare needs as of now. I will have to say that, especially with like the black and white packaging, if you remember No Frills groceries from back in the day, thumbs up, first of all, and then leave me a comment below. But basically, if you don't remember that, it was like in these black products, in these black, I'll put a picture up here, but products in like these black and white packaging where it would literally be like, instead of like Cocoa Puffs, it'll be called like chocolate sweetened puff cereal or something like that, but it would be in packaging like this. I kind of got that experience when I was using some of these products, particularly with this Oat Cleansing Balm. Now, it's good that there's not, I'm sure there's fragrance in here. I'd have to look at the ingredients on my app because there's no ingredients listed here, but I like that there's not a lot of fragrance, but it also kind of smells like school supplies. Like it's not, you're not gonna get like a luxurious experience, but if you're someone where you're like, look, I don't care about all of that, I just need to know, does it work? And I need something that I don't have to spend a gazillion dollars on, because these skincare companies and their markups, they driving me nuts with it. So, you know, Inkey List is definitely a brand to look into if that is you. Not every single product is going to be like the holy grail, but that's true of all skincare brands and skincare products anyway. So if you've tried any products from the Inkey List, whether you loved them or you were like, girl, what is this mess? Let me know in the comments, because I would love to hear from you. Follow me on social. The links will be in the description box, and I will see you fine folks in my next video. Bye guys.